Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, MF Crypto here, aka Quantstradamus, aka the Wife Changer, aka the Quant Father. Once again. And as always, I'm on a mission to help you build generational wealth. Welcome back to the channel, my fellow Quant fam community. And for those of you who may be tuning in for the very first time, welcome in as well. I have an explosive Quant Network video update for you today. EU banks' instant payments are officially online. Plus, the US government was cleared to sell $6.5 billion worth in BTC from the Silk Road seizure. Guys, I'm going to dive into that, have an official Quant Network press release that I will be touching on later in the video, so stick around, don't go anywhere. This is a massive QNT update that you all need to be aware of. Let's dive into the charts here to kick this one off today, guys. Currently trading at 103.06, down about 9.35% on the weekly chart. You can see that precipitous steep drop off from around the 116 range down to the current levels as low as 100 USD. Like I said in the previous video, guys, Quantstradamus continues to deliver the uncut raw because he's heavy. Don't ever get it twisted. But in the previous Quant video update here on this channel, guys, I told you these would be extremely turbulent times moving forward. We have the U.S. presidential inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump coming up in just a few short weeks towards the end of January. The price action of cryptocurrency and assets across the board are going to see some extreme swings. And like I said, I was bearish here in the short to medium term. And there are many reasons for me to support that theory. It's already coming to fruition, guys. Politics in the United States, just as anywhere in the world, is a very dirty game. The powers that be are going to want to kick off his presidency with a major kick in the tail. They want assets to dump across the board. They want the economy to absolutely fall on its face. And the dominoes have been falling for a long time. When is that final straw to break the camel's back going to absolutely implode this global economy? The COVID crash, we have not seen the repercussions of people staying at home during that COVID crisis, or COVID fiction, as I call it. We are going to see a huge financial implosion over the coming months and years. There is no question in my mind. How soon it materializes has yet to be seen. But keep that in mind, guys. And crypto is not safe from that implosion. Crypto, in my opinion, will be one of the hardest and most drastically affected because of how early on it is in the overall asset class's lifespan. We are very early on, and we could see some serious downside, so be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, but have no fear. As I've said a million times in the past, DCA, dollar cost average, into this asset if you believe in it in as much as I do. And I'm going to provide evidence, as always, with that Quant Network official press release as to why this is the greatest asset on planet Earth. But let's dive into that Silk Road seizure from the Department of Justice, 6.5 billion article here. This is over on Twitter from @Tier10K. The U.S. government has been given the green light to liquidate 69,000 BTC worth approximately 6.5 billion USD from Silk Road, an official confirmed to DB News today. Interesting situation less than 2 weeks away from the new admin who vowed to not sell. As I just said, ladies and gentlemen, a few moments ago, they are going to do everything they can to pull the rug out from Trump and his administration coming in. They are spiteful still from the election results, and they will do everything to sabotage him before he gets his foot in the door. Now, politics aside, Silk Road was an internet site where people could go to to buy and sell drugs mainly. The Department of Justice shut down and seized all assets and seized the domain and no longer allowed them to operate online. Drugs were being bought and delivered on this site for many years, and they decided to shut it down entirely. Interesting little footnote, Ross Ulbricht, the founder of Silk Road, is still behind bars, but Donald Trump and his administration are expected to pardon him and grant clemency from the rest of his prison sentence. Now, a little more background here, guys, of what happened just over the past few weeks. A federal judge ruled December 30th that the Department of Justice can sell 69,370 Bitcoin seized from the Silk Road darknet marketplace, officials confirmed. A years-long ownership dispute over the seized Bitcoin ended after Battleborn Investments lost its bid to delay the sale. The group had claimed ownership through a bankruptcy estate and recently lost a related FOIA case seeking to reveal the identity of, quote, individual X who originally surrendered the Bitcoin. Battleborn's attorney called it, quote, another egregious example of the Department of Justice abuse of the civil asset forfeiture process, claiming the government, quote, relied on procedural trickery to make sure the facts are never heard. The DOJ cited Bitcoin's price volatility in pushing for permission to sell the assets. When asked about next steps, a DOJ spokesperson said, the government will proceed further consistent with the judgment in this case. The seized Bitcoin is currently valued at the aforementioned $6.5 billion USD. Guys, what this means is they are able to dump this Bitcoin on the open markets, and I believe they already have. There has been confirmation from several sources floating around on CT that some of this Bitcoin has already been dumped, and it has led to that price drop that we've seen and sharp correction across the board for all crypto assets. Now, don't ever get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. I believe there is still heavy selling pressure to be done here, and they are not done tanking this asset. The government, in tandem with some very powerful and wealthy financial players on this planet, do not want to see Bitcoin succeed. They want to take this down by any means necessary. And if they need to utilize their levers of power within the corrupt United States government, you best bet your bottom dollar they will do so. Switching gears over to Quant Network's official LinkedIn site. Remember, they are no longer on Twitter. Unfortunately, that was an executive decision they have made. The foundation of digital finance, guys. Not going to stop Big Papa Quantstradamus from delivering you Quant news releases. 5 hours ago, the team posted this. Today marks the date that all EU banks must be able to receive instant payments in less than 10 seconds, which marks a significant milestone in the EU's financial landscape. The European Commission's Instant Payments Regulation, IPR, is set to revolutionize the region's payments ecosystem. But what exactly does this mean for European banks? Let's go right into the article, guys. This is a press release from the QNT team back on August 27, 2024. SEPA Instant Payments, Why Banks Need to Act Now, by none other than the illustrious Rachel Baugh. Back in 2007, the UK positioned itself at the forefront of global payments when it took the lead in the implementation of instant payments. But the EU is catching up. In this article, we explore what this means for European banks and how the UK can keep its lead. While the UK has focused on leading the payments race, European banks have been delivering innovation in other areas such as customer experience. However, the focus on front-end improvements has left European banks on the back foot when it comes to transitioning to instant payments, which in turn has created critical vulnerabilities in light of SEPA Instant. Instant payments are an inevitability. Digitization and tokenization of assets are an inevitability. Quant Network is showing you that it is clearly the future. The patented Overledger system is going to be the bridge that brings it all to fruition. Keep that in mind as we move forward here today in this article. What are instant payments? Instant payments are set to become, quote, the new normal following the EU Parliament's decision to require payment service providers offering SEPA credit transfers to also offer instant credit transfers to their customers at the same price. Introduced for the first time in 2017, SEPA instant payments were created to allow the transfer of money between accounts in Europe, up to 100,000 euros in less than 10 seconds, 24/7, 365. This marked a further step in European payments integration and was intended to bring a paradigm shift to the region's payments habits. Instant payments were expected to become the norm. Now, we are behind, ladies and gentlemen. There is backlog because of the laws that need to be established and put in place before this system can come in line. There is still some tweaking and maneuvering behind the scenes that Quant Network is working on in tandem with these big financial conglomerates. This is not speculation, guys. This is not something I'm pulling out of my hat. This is proven. Project Icebreaker, working alongside the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, Project Rosalind, in tandem with the Bank of England. Quant Network is uniquely positioning the UK, the United Kingdom, and to a larger extent, the European Union. They have them positioned to lead the charge in the cryptocurrency revolution and the blockchain revolution. That's why the presidential election of Donald Trump here in the United States is massive. He's already signaled a massive shift towards digital payments and bringing crypto to the mainstream. It is going to be an arms race from here on out as to who can maintain the lead and who can bring this online. Quant Network in the UK are very much in the lead right now, which places us as early QNT investors in an incredible position for generational wealth. Quant Network will sit on top of all existing blockchain systems. It's a matter of time. It's a when, not if at this point. In 2024, despite the relatively good coverage, with 71% payment service providers in the euro area offering instant payments, the share of instant payment transactions in all SEPA payments has only reached 17%. This has led to regulatory intervention to facilitate further adoption of instant payments. Under the new regulation, PSPs will be expected to implement instant payments in a short time frame or adjust the implementation of existing instant payments infrastructures. All PSPs offering SEPA payments will be mandated to offer SEPA instant payments, and charges applied by PSPs in respect to instant credit transfer transactions in euro cannot be higher than the charges applied to non-instant credit transfer transactions in euro. All PSPs in the Eurozone will be required to enable their clients to receive SEPA instant payments by 9th of January 2025, aka today, and why I'm bringing this to your attention. Send SEPA instant payments by the 9th of October 2025. Once we reach the October 9th mark of 2025, we will start to see a rapid advancement and a rapid paradigm shift in the financial infrastructure of our planet, at least under the European Commission's jurisdiction. And like I just said a few moments ago, with the US set to bring in a very pro-crypto administration here at the end of January, we are going to see massive advancements in blockchain technology and integration in payment processing and in tandem with big financial power players. Get your ducks in a row. The instant payments legislative proposal is designed to make transfers faster, more secure, and affordable. It is a significant step towards creating a more streamlined and efficient payment system that benefits both businesses and consumers. Preparing for an operational overhaul, we know that updating back-end systems and processes will be a gradual process, mostly due to the bureaucratic inertia large banks face, but also because catching up to instant payments requires an overhaul of a bank's entire infrastructure. It must consider operations, IT, compliance, and product. And if you guys watched my previous video, I showed you why Quant Network's patented overledger system is so ingenious. It allows these banks to adopt their technology, their proven system that has crossed the T's and dotted the I's when it comes to dealing with that bureaucratic inertia as referenced here in this paragraph. They are uniquely positioned to allow these banks to not completely change all of their internal processes and completely overhaul the way that they conduct business right now in 2025. They will be able to utilize their current systems by putting this overledger system to use and allow it to make the transactions and make the process streamlined, efficient, secure, and legally compliant. It is an absolute game changer, guys. Quant Network is the best thing since sliced bread here. It's not even close. And aside from the technology pressures, the transition will also require rethinking of staffing, including the introduction of around-the-clock shifts and faster operational pace, a change that could significantly disrupt the current banking culture that employees have become accustomed to. This is a major selling point for Quant Network and their technology. that they and they alone hold. What is next for banks? The EU's move to accelerate the adoption of instant payments in Europe puts pressure on banks that haven't yet implemented instant payments to assess their readiness to comply and prepare for the upcoming implementation. There is less than a year to go before the go live, so we expect banks to have already begun significantly ramping up investment in their IT infrastructure and human resources to prepare for this change. We shall see moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, as that time has now arrived. Banks will also need to brace themselves for a reality where issues must be resolved not in a day, but in minutes, and service availability stretches to 24/7. Coupled with the bureaucratic inertia large banks have become associated with, it's likely that we'll see lots requiring extensions to the deadline. Now, here's where Quant Network is hoping they can come into play, and they hope that the UK can stay ahead. While the UK's reliance on instant payments has allowed fintechs to flourish and grow in the gaps UK banks refuse to enter, as Europe catches up and pulls ahead of UK banks with additional services and enhanced customer experience, it will become increasingly more difficult for the UK to keep its leading position. This is where programmable payments come into play. An example of this is the introduction of intelligent bank accounts with built-in personalized logic. It is these types of simple automations that will give customers access to faster, more secure payments and equip UK banks with a competitive differentiator that allows them to retain and grow their customer base. Just like any industry or any market or any business right now and moving forward until the end of time, those who innovate and make their services more customer friendly, more customer centric, and allow more freedom to maneuver and more personalization of how they use their service, especially when it comes to their money, will be the biggest winners. Quant Network understands this. Gilbert Verdian understands this. Now, can they make the banks understand that it is time to flip the script? It is time to flip the switch and all systems go. Bring the people the natural evolution of money, digitization, tokenization, and the world will forever be changed moving forward from this moment in time. That's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another feature presentation by MF Crypto, aka Quantstradamus, aka the Wife Changer, aka the Quant Father, the #1 source for all your Quant Network needs. I'll see you next episode. Cheers.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not given a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing you anymore? You stop running. But what happens when you're a lion? When you're a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process.
A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another.
If you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, be what you say you're gonna be, you're gonna have to lion me out. You a gazelle, you're gonna come up short. You a gazelle, you're gonna have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode, nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode, nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.